Hello and welcome back as we move firmly into the second half of the season. Start to see our teams facing opposition they've already been up against this year. This week, the second 11 welcome West Chilts. Familiar looking lineup for the home side. But West Chilts won the toss and elected to have a bat. Worthing keeping West Chilts very honest at the beginning here. Into the third over, only 7 runs scored. And then in the fifth over, with only 14 on the board, Jack Westlake, cracking ball, removing opener Tatchell. Good strong start for Worthing here. Bit of a short ball from Bond there. This match, after a slight rain delay, slightly bizarrely reduced to 39 overs. So, Jack getting the move on with it, taking his second wicket. 29 for 2 here in the 7th. And in the 9th, Jack, big appeal, given. West Chilts at 36 for 3. Obviously having won the toss, elected to bat. Not what they would have been looking for. Very strong start from Worthing with the ball. As you can see, everyone very pleased about this. West Chilts been up and thereabouts at the top of the table for the whole of the season really though, so no surprise that they do have some batting. Boundaries starting to come a little more frequently here, run rate coming up. But then, Jack Westlake, 4th wicket for 17 runs. Bennett gone. 54 for 4. Worthing obviously, at this point, still feeling very good with the ball. You can see the dark clouds moving over the Manor. Kumar Kanuri coming in from the pavilion end now. Taylor and Strefner at the crease. Taylor looking to push the run rate up here, obviously. Strefner off the mark. About a third of the way through the game here. Dot balls, boundaries. One of those moments in the game where it feels fairly finely balanced. But another wicket. Tipping the favour back, perhaps Worthing's way. Good hands from Toby behind the stumps with Josh Williams away for a few weeks. Strefner still out there though. Ticking along. Another 4 there. Off Dom K, sent through the offside. Bit short from Kumar there. Sent away. Strong over though. Run rate dropping down again. Worthing looking confident with the ball. Similar over there really. 4 dots. A boundary. Then slightly lucky single. Perhaps adjudged to be off the bat despite Dominic's appeal. 100 up for West Chilts at the halfway stage. Sticking with spin here. Strefner now fairly happy. But Trevelyan Clark not reading that one from Dom at all. Has his bails removed. 121 for 6. Perhaps this was more of a bowling pitch than a batting pitch. But not for Strefner. Sending James Marsh away for 6. Strefner here now with his 50 up. Definitely the bat that Worthing would love to be getting rid of sooner rather than later. Whilst they have West Chilts on a relatively low score really, 143 for 6 now. ticking along at 5s. And there it is. Marsh taking Streffner. Looked a little bit perhaps like a slower ball. Streffner getting well down to it, but mistiming where he needed to be. A pretty rapid 58 from 54. But Worthing now, I'm sure, would be looking at trying to push on towards the end of the innings. 28 overs in, 7 wickets down. And indeed Marsh, another one. Top of off, just where we like it. Allen gone for 4 runs, 148 for 8. Worthing at this point, undoubtedly looking to try and get West Chilts out for a low score. Ball dragged from the offside over leg though, to take them up to the 150. Little bit short again from Marsh there, sent back through the boundary. The score's still ticking up here. Mainly just boundaries again, 3 dots, boundary. But 176 for 8, with a few overs left to bowl. A little bit loose again from James, unfortunately. Skipper Graham bringing himself into the attack. That one picked by Bryans, though, who, after Streffner's innings, is now putting together the mainstay of West Chilts runs. Another frustration, really, for Worthing, with a singular bat causing them problems. Another 4 down the ground there. And Graham in amongst the wickets as well. Martin, who had been providing that supporting role to Bryans, gone, 9 down. Then, as Streffner had done, Bryans, a man that Worthing couldn't quite dislodge, bringing up a 50. A single down the ground from Kumar's bowling. Little bit of a full toss from Graham there, sent back at him. But he will keep going. Big edge, straight up in the air. Toby, with or without the gloves. Always an excellent, safe pair of hands, chasing that one down. And with 3 balls to spare, Worthing have bowled West Chilts out. 219 for 10. A total perhaps a little bit larger than Worthing would have liked at some points. Westlake with a great early spell, taking those 4 wickets. Marsh, Kay, Merritt Bland and Kumar sharing the others around. So Worthing with a strong batting attack again, the usual lineup, starting with Rene, exactly as you would expect. First ball of the innings sent for 4. As was the last ball of the first over. 10 from the first 6. Strong start for Worthing. Then, a most unusual sight, which would have been incredibly welcome to West Chilts. Rene bowled for a 9 off 8. Not something we fortunately see very often. But Tom Mohan back out to bat. And again, as Rene was, quickly off the mark, couple of 4s. Tommy out there in his opening role, which has been outstanding so far this season, supporting, working with bats. Now he's there and steady, starting to hit out himself. Then, unfortunately, Thomas turned every way inside out with a ball from Martin. Worthing 2 down with 53 on the board. Still hopefully with plenty of batting to come until Tommy, rather unfortunate to have a ball that pops up a little more perhaps than he expected, flicks off the bat, and a relatively simple catch taken. So Gavin Kumar out there, hoping to steady things down. And unfortunately, Martin again from the top end. LBW 61 for 4, and Worthing looking like they're sliding into trouble here, with bats that actually, to be honest, haven't had very much time out in the middle, with our top order having been playing so well. But in the 15th over, Gav and James steadying down a bit perhaps, but then James sending one straight up in the air, and perhaps for his comfort, slightly hidden by the score there, but a very well taken catch. Then Graham, undone perhaps by the turn of the ball there, one just flicks up. Another athletic diving catch taken by West Chilts, 72 for 6. Really looking quite difficult at this point here for Worthing, obviously with the run rate creeping up with new bats coming in. And definitely into the tail of the twos batting here, with Gav still holding the fort, but not for much longer. Another one sent up high in the air, another catch taken. 78 for 7. Last of the recognised batsmen gone. Then Toby, another bat, turned every which way. Bails off, 78 for 8. Unfortunately, very much looks as if this is a case of when, not if, Worthing fail on this Saturday. A very rare and unusual batting display from them, something that really has been a strength for the twos throughout the season. We've seen some excellent scores, home and away. And another catch for Strefner from Bryans. No blame attached to John Loverty there, hitting out. Not a lot to play for at this point. Massive challenge in front of them. And then Dom Kay bowled, final wicket of the match. 10 down. The twos, quite astonishingly, skittled for 93, when we've been more accustomed to seeing their bats putting that kind of score on just for themselves. So in our batting innings, 4 into double figures, but obviously nowhere near enough. Bryans, 6 wickets for only 37 runs. Martin with a couple, Strefner and Allen as well. So a strange game really, from Worthing's point of view. Started incredibly well with the ball, having been asked to field. A couple of tough bats for West Chilts. And then a rare, weak batting performance sees West Chilts win by 126. We will see this Saturday though, what can they do as Aldwick come to visit back at the Manor. We hope to see you then, and thanks as always to our sponsors for helping us get these videos out for you. Not the best watching for a Worthing fan, but hopefully next week will be better.